Oh. I'm on the wrong scene. This is a good start. I'm just gonna hide away now. I've just been like looking down, sorting out all my stuff, sorting out all my notes and that, and I've just been on camera. But hi everyone. I'm just gonna hide my embarrassment and go to the starting scene. See you guys in a second. Fingers crossed it actually works here. There we go, it worked. I hope everyone's doing well as well. Look, give me the benefit of the doubt. I think I haven't streamed in like, I don't know how many months, like 9 months? Thank you, Lash. So, I think I've done everything I need to do. So, before I play our sponsor video, I just want to point out that, in the last couple of days, I've watched so much Sonic because of Lash that I think that I am going to be dreaming about Sonic and having all kinds of Sonic music and sound effects going off in my head for the next like unforeseeable future. It's gonna be, I'm gonna be like putting my kid to bed and he's gonna, I don't even know where this is going, but like he's a clumsy kid. He'll like run into a wall or something and I'll like hear the rings jump out of him. That's where I'm at right now. That's the headspace I'm in. Sonic has taken over. Lash is Sonic incarnate. It's true. So I am going to play the sponsor video, so I'm gonna be quiet and turn off the music so we can let this do the playing. If the music stops. Oh, Spotify, why are you doing this to me? Is there audio at this point? I think the audio comes in a little bit later. So, just to talk about the game that I'm playing for this stream is Book of Travels, which looks really interesting. It's I've only just recently checked it out. It's like an RPG and seems to be a lot of different like character customization and all kinds of stuff. Like I like Disco Elysium, and it kind of seems like a wholesome that, I guess, or like I don't know if that's like, it's not my genre, you know, like I don't know if that's entirely right, but that's kind of the vibe I got, where it's like a lot of decisions and maybe less chaotic, but still looks wonderful. So I'm looking forward to that. But has anyone played this game? What's the feel on it? There should be audio. Don't hear audio yet. I may have made some sort of streamer mistake. Why is there no audio? Let's have a quick look at my OBS. So it should be monitoring through, and it worked like a minute ago. The audio doesn't kick in. We got to be worried. You can just listen to me. That's fine. You hear me, but you just see ads. We'll work it out. It's the sponsor video. So OBS, don't fail me now. How about we look at behind the scenes, checking out the sponsor video actually has the monitor on, monitor and output. How about this? I think this video should have audio, and nothing has happened. There's nothing on the settings that has made this not happen. I apologize to our sponsors. If you want, I can sing a jingle for it. Music has been. Is it working? Okay, I can't hear it, but it's working on stream. So I'll be quiet. You have to let me know when this is... the sponsor video has run its course as well. In chat, please. Thank you, Lash. You are wonderful. You probably did hit... No, maybe? I don't have a teaspoon in my tea, but I do have tea. I feel like the association with Sonic the Hedgehog and Lash has been cemented into my brain. Like, there's no way to see you without seeing Sonic. So, I mean, you seem to enjoy Sonic, so that's good. That's probably a good association, right? You have your own Sonic OC. I will withhold judgment, but I think that the internet may have ruined me on the concept of someone having their own Sonic OC. I won't go into it. You guys have imaginations. Hey, this Toy Tactics game looks like my jam, by the way. I play that. We know what you mean. Oh, this game looks interesting too. So it kind of, what was the game that like Lemmings, like a Lemmings vibe to it, but like in 3D with toy soldiers? That's pretty cool. And Strayed Lights is the game that I was originally gonna try out, but it's all good. This does look fun though. Like, I was trying to keep fairly blind on it, but I like those like tight Souls combat kind of games. And this game looks incredibly cute. Smooshy come home? Little mushroom guy? Love it. I'm here for that. Tin Hearts. Did I say the wrong name of the game? Yeah, so I am not au fait. I'm not an experienced uwu or ara kind of person, but that's where we're at with the donation goals. The first two, they were free, so just so you know, that's how I'll get you hooked. The rest, like if you're donating money, I will 100% put effort into my uwus or aras. The Falconeer I have played before. That game is 100% worth checking out. It's cool. Oh, the Lemmings type game. Yes, it does look cool. I think when I was it is a 3D Lemmings is a thing since long ago. Okay. 3D, an official 3D Lemmings game called 3D Lemmings. So I'm old enough that my original Lemmings experience was on, I can't remember, it was like a BBC, I think it's like the BBC Micro or something like that. Like, it was like an old computer with, like, you know, games that you had to get into through like the command line, and the floppy disks were like those predating the like the floppy disks like most people know, like the save icon ones, yeah, on tape, or on those like really I don't know how to explain it. They're floppy disks, but they're like softer and wibblier. They're like you could like fold them if you wanted to. Yeah, like an Amstrad, those kind of guys. You know, I'm glad I'm in good company here. But yeah, Lemmings was something I played a lot when I was younger, and I don't know if I was like good at it thinking back. Like thinking back at playing video games when I was younger, I always feel like I was great. But then I'm like, was I just playing the same levels over and over again, and then getting to the point of getting stuck and then just going back to the beginning? Or did I just power through and get really far in those games? I definitely remember that they'd get hard enough to the point where I'd struggle to work out like the solutions. Did they have green hair? They were definitely my guys. Like, you know, I would really build an emotional attachment towards my lemmings and how much I wanted to save them from like falling off cliffs or squishing themselves or whatever peril they'd end up in. In Germany, you call the large one floppies. I feel like they were floppies too, but I don't, you know, like I think that most people, when they think of floppy disks, they think of the ones with like the hard cases with like the little metal slider that like protects the disc inside. I think that the floppies that I had to use on this console are all like tapes. There was tapes as well where you could like, you'd put a game on, or you put a game on load and it'd be like an audio tape kind of thing. And you'd be able to go to, like the load times were long enough that you'd be able to go to the shop, go get like a drink and some snacks and come back and the game would still be loading. It would be like a good like 10-20 minute load time. It's so weird to like see people talking about like load speeds between like modern consoles and be like, 20 seconds, you had to wait 20 seconds for this. And I'm just like, man, like 20 seconds isn't long enough. I can't make tea in 20 seconds. This looks like the credits, right? Do I let it all run out, or shall we start with the video game? Also, if anyone wants to enter the giveaway for this game, put book in chat. I'm not familiar with this game. There we go. So starting soon is over. So I guess let's go to this gaming scene right here. Hello and welcome. How are you all doing? I guess I've been here for a while now. So, this is the game that we are checking out. Let me bring it up on my monitor. So it's called Book of Travels. I already made a character, but I'm blind in this game. Like, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I don't know what's gonna happen. I kind of looked through from some characters in the character creation or the forms, and I was just like, what kind of form should I go for? I feel like the Larker speaks to my soul the most, which is playful laughter of living layabout, generous jester, bemused adventurer. Like, I'm like, okay, cool. I like being a playful boy. But there's the Ribboned, the Ribboned, which appears to be like a magic-y kind of class. Like, I don't know if the talents change when I'm doing this to know whether or not these are like magical characters or anything like that. I kind of just went straight to this Larker and I was like, okay, this is cool, I'm good. But they do seem to have different starting skills and things that I should be aware of, like these being born in a different place, having different stats like tied to your character and stuff like that. You've been well trained by Lasherus about not knowing. What is this in going in without context on video games, or? Oh, cool. Lady Kaze, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name or like butchering it entirely, but you're making the pom now. I've been like keeping up in chat with your hat making. I'm just like, that's so cool. So, let's have a quick look at chat before I go further into this game. If anyone, also, I apologize right now. I am totally 100% a slow brain when it comes to looking at chat whilst playing. I tend to have it on like a tablet over there, but instead I've got it like on a monitor somewhere else, so it's not like within my muscle memory to look over in this direction, but I'll try my best. I want to know what you're doing, so I'll try and keep up with you. So, the Gleaner over here, a force of one, non-beholden quickster, curious eye. This seems to be like I thought it would be like a physicality kind of class, but physicality seems to be locked in terms of being able to upgrade the talents or anything like that. So, maybe the Gleaner is not our one. The Goodwood, safety is innocence. True beats harmonious heart. Simple, undemanding purity. And the Dimmed, widespread wisdom's journey. Wise vagarities of ages. Sage old guide. So, we got a few different classes here. I'm not going to read them all out because I've just realized there's quite a lot here. I don't know how much this like adds to replay value or anything like that, but it seems like there's a lot of different classes and a lot of different characters you can go for. But my character that I went for, or what I did before I kind of went back and put it back to basics, was I was like, I will go for a character that has spirituality. I thought that maybe I didn't want Glinted Lamp. I wanted a line, I think it is. A spell aligns the mundane and the spirit worlds, revealing the spirits of the dead for all to see. I was just like, if I go for spirituality in this sounds like it could, like it lend itself to an interesting playthrough. Like I don't know what this game is going to do, but you know, we'll go for like a character that's off the beaten path a little bit. So before going to background, that's my character model. I don't know if I can change anything in terms of like how my character looks, but oh, there's randomized page as well. We could go for a random character, but instead we'll go for this. I saw in my names that I could go for Vrasim and where was it? Was it Hampasaur? I wanted to go for like Venusaur. I was just like, okay, can we make a character with a name that's as close to Venusaur as possible? Let's see. I can't remember what I guess it was that. So, oh, there's lots of different names. Maybe I'm going entirely mad. Vigan. Do we have Vigan Hammerspur? That's close enough to Venusaur. I'll take that. So the nickname is Vert. The age for my character is 35, which was default, which I thought was quite interesting as well, to like have kind of a mid-30s character is like your default age. Like games tend to, you know, like throw you into like kind of extremes in terms of age, rather than being like, hey, you're a 35-year-old, you're just living that life. So try 80s cassette for a Commodore. Yeah, like that's what I definitely like cut my teeth in gaming with, like those kind of early tape-based computers and stuff like that. It's so weird to think about. It's so weird to think like how far gaming has come and like computing has come, that I, you know, like won't live without an SSD now, or like even that, like an NVMe one where my PC has to start up super quickly, but you do miss out on the precious time to make tea, which is a shame. So my character has an upbringing, rural upbringing. Growing up in the farmlands, you learned at an early age how to work the fields, care for livestock, and read the shifting of the seasons. I don't know what, I'm not going to read out all of these, but I don't know what kind of character in terms of upbringing I would have. Like usually I'm like a default hero kind of person. Like if I'm playing Baldur's Gate or something like that, I'm just like, just give me whatever. Like I'll choose my abilities, but like, you know, maybe like my alignment and stuff just kind of comes through playing the game, and my character's like backstory comes from playing the game. I don't really think about it too much, but you know, that's what I like. So having lots of character creation doesn't usually vibe with me, but it's interesting to check out regardless. In fact, this looks like the one for me. You have little recollection of your past, nor how you lost your memory. Unburdened by any dark memories, still you imagine you know something of what it is to be an uprooted tree. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with being a uprooted tree. I'm happy with not knowing where I started, but knowing where I'm going is good. So traits, you can select 2 positive traits and 1 negative. Hover any trait to learn more. Is fast talk, is that negative? Your emotes are visible for a shorter time than normal. You tend to relate a lot of information in a short time. I wonder if that relates to me as a person. Sleepyhead, that's definitely something that relates to me. So sore loser, gameplay effect not yet implemented. We'll go for something that is actually implemented. Stiff, your body needs some time to warm up before reaching full capacity. Running ramps up instead of being instant. Uncaring. Can't turn the seeing a friend die card to a positive buff. Interesting. You don't measure things in 1s and 2s. For wasteful, you have pinches or handfuls. You have a chance of using extra regions. Regions? Is that what that word is? Or edibles with no additional bonus. Okay. Or weak. That's not implemented. So I guess fast talker will be our negative trait. And hold on, I've just seen the donations. Well, hold on, no. I wish they timestamped them. I just saw like let the always condense, and I was just like, that's me, but that's not me. I apologize. So charming and cryptic were already selected. I think the effects from the tea you brew last a bit longer than normal. That I need. Okay, I'm sold on this. I'm sold on tea being part of my buffs. I'm good with that as a trait. And observant, that does not sound like me. Focused does not sound like me either. Although it does also relate to tea. I brew tea quicker than other folk. Does this game have like tea as like a kind of core mechanic to it? Because I'm happy with tea being a core mechanic to a video game. That's what I'm about. Forgiving. You believe that everyone deserves not only a second chance, but a third one as well. You gain knowledge when someone leaves your group. Subtle is not implemented. Peaceful. While resting by a fire, you gain more energy than other folk. Optimistic. You know what? I'm going to go optimistic. Can I unselect charming? Are these... It's letting me select everything. Okay, here we go. So optimistic. And what was the other one? Cryptic. Optimistic, cryptic, fast talker. Those are my personality traits. I'm going to leave the additional blank because I don't know how that affects gameplay. I think that may be like a... like an RP kind of thing. Height, medium, tall, very tall, small. I am going to assume that I'm tall. I don't really know. And then we're going to leave skin color at default. Eye color? I can't even see that in my character's model. Do the eyes... Here we go. Eyes of passion and fire. Let's see if I can find... This will do. Pale cobalt. Flying serenity and persevering. Hair, style 26. What hairstyles do I have? Oh my god. Right. Let's find something that suits myself as a being. What speaks to me on a spiritual level in terms of haircuts? No hair? 26, 25? There's nothing that feels like it speaks to me on a spiritual level. We'll go style 18. This is fine. No facial features. You can hold on. You can add. Oh, that's facial features in terms of facial hair, and then voice.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Also, how's the audio balance for you all? Like I'm looking at OBS and it seems fine, but I am just going kind of by what it looks like rather than knowing what it sounds like for you, and I'm out of practice, so just let me know. But
Hey. 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 Hey.
I need...
Hey. Hey. Hey.
I feel like Voice C probably fits this character. Now, equipment. You start your journey with a handful of facial hair is my usual IP. Ben, how's it going? It's good to see you. Facial hair is my usual IP, but I don't feel like that fits with this character that I'm playing. And make sure they have Earl Grey drips. I wonder in this game if I can choose what kind of tea I brew. That would be good to know. I'm all about the tea life. So right, so what do we we right click any item for additional information. So I have a stained headband. I have well-used linen clothing. Got a foreign flower. Miner's bread loaf. Suffering sweetbread. Can I just re-roll it? What do I... Let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got no clothes. I have an itchy hemp sack. That's what I need. How did your journey begin? I was on a journey at sea. I was traveling on land. I was captured. I can't remember. Let's just see. If I tell the game like very little, what will it tell me? In which region did you start your travels? North. I can't remember what I did, but it's in the north. So, starting travels. How do I enter world? Plan your adventures well with food and equipment. To travel into the wild unprepared is ill-advised. Is this game... I just chose a server. Is this game like an MMO? Am I... What's gonna happen?
The traders that lent you passage are cheerful. Their spirits lifted by favorable winds. They call it the sleeping sea. And it has slumbered as it should. But names are nothing to wind. And winds will blow as they please.
Bear with me, I think my chat tablet has just started working. I need to see you on my tablet. That will make my life so much easier.
A storm throws itself over your vessel, shredding canvas and splintering timber. Your hopes and dreams vanish in a desperate struggle.
I believe I've played Shelter. Is that... Shelter's where you're like a... Is it like a badger? It's been a long time. Oh, my chat client is out of date.
The thundering waves fade. Darkness blossoms.
Bear with me, I'm just going to keep like pointing past you, chat. Ah, one is a badger. I think I played the badger one. I remember it being heartbreaking, like actually like getting very emotionally attached to it.
The sound of pattering paws is unfamiliar, and the voice that calls behind it speaks to you in an unknown town.
Really interesting though. It kind of explains why like the 3D models I could see like look familiar, like a familiar kind of style. So I don't know what I'm doing. This is not my kind of genre of game. Please chat, just tell me how do I what should I be doing? Let's work this out. So resting, don't show tutorials. So what do? I press the button. I could brew tea when I'm resting. I click a thing that looks... That's rest. Okay, rest is an action. Good to know. Basics. Walk by left-clicking on a destination. Run by right-clicking. Press space to come to a full stop. Please take note, the faster you move, the faster you consume your stamina. Middle mouse button will make you exclaim... Oh, okay, so I can be like, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Cool. Spot with left-click. So if an object lights up and your mouse pointer changes form, you can interact with the object. This person's talking to me. I'm just going to make a fire. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to wing it, chat. I'm just going to wing it. This is not my... I play like horror games. I play like... I like to think of myself as like a chaotic variety aligned streamer where I... Just win? Are you... If I don't win, are you going to tell me this is a skill issue, cat? I don't know how I feel about this. But like I'll play anything. I'm happy playing anything, but I tend to like gravitate towards horror, tend to gravitate towards like the Souls kind of games or like survival games. But we'll see. It's nice playing games of different genres that I'm not familiar with, especially in this kind of setting, because we get to like learn and like have a new experience together. We'll see how it goes. I'm also going to hit install on my chat client and see how this goes. I need to tell it to create a shortcut on my desktop. Because I'd like to be able to see you on my tablet. That would be really, really good. So, skill issues inbound. My life is a skill issue. So you played the games and you're not sure how to play them. Okay. Well, they also sponsor with Tiny Echo and Pause. Cool. And yeah, like if anyone hasn't checked out Shelter is an interesting game. It is, or the one that I played was heartbreaking. Like absolutely, like dealing with losing your badger babies, and I was like, nope. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I was just like, this is too sad for me. Blessed Winds, what happened to you? I've heard rumors of a pirate ship spotted off the Horn. Is that the cause of this tragedy? I'm sorry to say I don't possess any craft nor remedy to restore your health. You best head for the local tea house. I'm there. And have yourself looked after. Just head northeast from here up to Bat Sahar. I'm sure the tea house keeper will be hospitable. None of us islanders enjoy seeing fellow folk be the victims of bandits, be it on land or on sea. Okay, how do I find... I assume the north is kind of this direction. Oh, this game's pretty. Right, can I go in that direction? Is that just gonna let me walk through trees? You approve of this game's heading? How do you mean? And also, if anyone wants to enter the giveaway, it is book in chat. I'm gonna just quickly take a moment, hit this button, see what happens, and tell my tablet not to update Windows because, you know what, this whole Windows update, like just before I started streaming, I was just like, this is the bane of my life. Oh, this game, I really like this game's art style. This is beautiful. Like, I like how unique it looks. It's kind of like you're playing like a picture book or something, like a pop-up kind of book with the kind of, I don't know if it's like 2.5D, what you would call this, but it feels like you're like walking through like a pop-up book, which I like. I'm here for. Oh, I hear noises. What are these gonna be? I'm gonna end up getting immediately attacked by something. Something bad's gonna happen to me. It's inevitable for me. It absolutely is. So let's close my thing. Go to channel. Let's see. Type in channel name. Let me do it. Channel. I want to see your beautiful chat faces on my tablet. That would be wonderful. Here we go. You've joined, didn't you? Cool. So now I should be able to see you in a much easier way, like just behind my camera. Oh, there's a person over here. Let's say hi. Nervous Mystics Maid. We will find out. Chrome wants to update, but you have 15 tabs open for... Yeah. It's the worst when like updates are just like, hey, I know you're doing something. Like, we are the application. We can tell. We can tell that you're doing something because we are the application that wants to update. But you know what? We're gonna get in the way of you doing whatever task you need to do with an update. It's not fair. My mistress often sends me out to gather regions at dusk. She says some of them must be collected at twilight, and I fear some even after dark. There are terrifying things out there at night. What does this mean? No, like when my character... It's just told me something. It's been like, blah, 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 and I'm just like, hey, what did I learn? How do I know what I learned? I can't tell. There's a character model that doesn't help me. Why do you blah, blah, blah at me, game? And then, is it not in my skill book? Do I add something? Do I get life petals? What did I get? I don't understand. There are terrifying things out there at night. Okay. Well, we're on the hunt for terrifying things. Wandering this earth without any sense of direction or understanding of what we're doing. Map and journal. Oh, there's a map. Okay, so we want to go towards was it Sahar Rise? Was that the one? The Gilded Telescope, the Umber Crescent, Gate Meadow, Glade of Reeds. It did say north, so I think it's this one. I hope. Maybe. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll find out. We'll carry along this path. It's a path. I think it's in the right direction. It should be enough. But yeah, the style, not being a game developer understanding person, like I don't know exactly what this kind of art style is. I don't want to like say that it's low poly in case that's incorrect, but that's kind of what I feel it might be. But I really like that about the my brain's just gone blank, I'm sorry. The Badger game, the Badger game that I played, it was the heartbreaking Badger game. We're wondering. So I think this looks interesting, this person. Effect cards. Effect cards show the details of the temporary penalties or boons which are affecting you at the moment. Effect cards are displayed on the top left of the screen. So we got some effects going on. We've got like Knight, Empty Hand, you're now quicker, there's a button for weapons don't weigh me down. Sheltered, I'm protected from weather and wind. Battered and bruised, you've suffered hardship and misfortune. You'll benefit from some care and attention. Oh, they mentioned that, that's what I need. How do I get this care and attention? Someone give me tea. You're not going to talk to me. You're not going to give me tea. This is very sad. I'm here for tea. You cannot read the Velen language. Hello there. Here to visit the old man? Maybe. I don't know. I am undergoing exams to be elevated to the rank of candidate at the moment. I still have some tests left to do. I wish I felt confident I will pass. The old man is old-fashioned, even by the standards of old folk, and he demands courtesy from his students, or he won't even as much look at you. Oh, is that the person that I was speaking to in there? They didn't want to talk to me because I'm just like, I don't know, like come in. I'm like, I don't even remember where I've been. I'm like battered. I'm just like, tea, give me tea. And they're just like, I don't want to talk to you, buddy. So maybe it's that. In the old days, not sitting down waiting for your superior to address you was considered very rude indeed. So should I just go in there and take a seat? Is it weird to just go into someone's house that you don't know and just be like, hey, I'm going to sit down now? There was a party looking for the mountain's secret. Did you hear them? You feel the warmth of a nearby fire. Where do I get my tea? Streetwise youth. Hey you, tell me what I need. There's 1,000 ways to get rich in Batsahar, as the saying goes, Kellim. No way someone fresh off the boat like you can see all the angles. But don't worry. Me and the gang can help you out with that, see? First, what you gotta be able to see. First, you got to be able to see what customer is a hard case to avoid and who is a potential sucker. Are we going to start scamming people on the street? That takes experience, I guess. Not something that could be taught. You just have to live the life, I guess. But to sell dearly and trade in for cheap is at the core of making it rich. The trick is to sell to folk who can't tell when they're being suckered. This person's just walking away from me while they're talking to me. I don't really know what to make of it. There is also pinch and pedal, which might suit a wandering type like yourself. They just drifted off. They were just like, they were talking to me and then they just got too far away and I couldn't hear them anymore. What a conversation. Thank you. So let's see where I go. Can't stop thinking about those woods. Where do I get tea? This is gonna, I didn't realize this would be the biggest struggle for me as a person, is like going into this town, immediately making a beeline for probably the direction I wasn't supposed to go in search of tea. Traveler. That person that I saw as well, he was done talking, just walked off. I know big Ketums can rip the roof off a house, but that little one that Mystic is showing off is rather adorable. I want to see an adorable thing. Where you at? Where's Mystic? Wise, destitute wretch. Hear me out, Kellim. There are rumours of Sephra that repays martyrdom with gifts. If you keep bearing your wounds patiently, you might be rewarded one day. Helpful. Let's...
Any gift is welcomed.
Well, you're asking for gifts and I don't even know... I don't even know where I came from. Why, hello there. A rare thing indeed for anyone in Batsar to take time to talk outside the walls of a tea house. What a treat. My name is Casparson, and I have only just recently settled in Braided Shore. My homeland lies far, far away. The culture and wildlife are very different here from that of my homeland, I can tell you. I have, for instance, as yet to see a single winged goat since I arrived. I want a winged goat. Well, except for Amelia here, of course. But then I brought her with me to protect me from evildoers, should the locals prove hostile. Imagine, like, you know, you go to a new town, the people that live there are just, they're wary of you, maybe they're just like, they want to get rid of you in some way, and you're like, I am going to protect myself in the only way that I know how. Deploy the winged goat. Is that like, do you use the winged goat to escape? Do you use the winged goat as like an assault winged goat? I haven't really thought this through. I don't think they have either. Animals have always... Oh, you were talking to me. Sorry, I took too long to respond. Streetwise youth. I think you were talking to me about something else before. So I'm looking for the tea house. This makes sense. Is that there's brew? Is this the tea house? Can I just take this tea? Maybe if I just wander up, start drinking tea, people will just be like, this is what this guy does. So observe the tea first. Coterie brew? A healing tea that gets you more powerful the closer you are to other travelers. I like that this game has so much tea mechanics. I can just drink the tea. I just got a Steam achievement. This is, oh my god, 10 out of 10. This game. Love it. And actually, I got a... Oh, I'm still battered and bruised. But one of my debuffs changed. So I still need to get my care and attention. But I do have energy from the tea. So how do I get healed? Eavesdropping on us, traveler? Bah, you're too late anyway. No way you can beat us to the treasures of the mountain's secret. We've been making ready for a long time, you see. Okay, so I was listening in on them, but they didn't really say much. Is this person going to be the entertainer? Are you going to heal my wounds, entertainer? Music banishes shadows at night. Truly, it is related to the light. That's very entertaining. Nervous scald. There's a different tea here. Lilith's Cobalt Brew. What do you receive? Woods Cog Trade Good. They receive. This is like that TikTok meme. How do I don't know what I just did. Did I just give them something? I created a trade where I traded them something for nothing. Please deliver the machine part to Baronet Yehan Gisela, currently supervising maintenance of a broken down ship in Mir. You will probably only find her there during the day. The Highborn has a thing against working at night, if you did not know. I don't know nothing. Safe travels. I'm gonna drink your tea. Give me the tea. I want the tea. Let's find out how while I'm drinking this tea, let's find out how I actually like work out what's happening with my character. Oh, I got a cog. So I got this trade of a cog. I don't know what to do with it, but we got a skill book, map, and journal. Is our journal gonna help me? Maybe? Where do I go? That place is on fire. Let's not go there. Is this my journal? This is the first version of the Book of Travels player journal. If you have ideas for features you would like to see in future versions, oh, that's cool. That's cool that they're, you know, like putting in a lot of places that they're like planning on like fleshing out more parts of this game, and that they are, you know, communicating in Discord to like help out with this kind of stuff or like add to this kind of stuff. However, I did not know I had a journal. I did not know I had to write in my own journal. I'm confused at the best of times. If I just rest, I'm already resting. But it's good to know that there is this place that I can take notes, and maybe I should do that when someone gives me some information. In fact, this person over here told me, talk to someone. Well met, Wanderer. Do you heading in that direction? The House of Yehan would reward you for the trouble. Did you tell me where to actually take this to? The house mistress in Maya? So, take cog looking thing to house mistress. There we go. I've got a note. This is my first note in my journal. Now I know. I can't remember what her name was, but we're fine. We'll work this out. There's a jade brew there. Oh, there's so many different teas. Nervous Scald. Okay, so we've been here. That's the this person I think we've spoken to. Or have we? Young villager? I know Big Ketums can... Yeah, okay, so that's near the pet shop. So we've gone in a big circle. I will find out where we need to go. I like that there's all these people like running around with light sources in this area as well. It's just like... It seems like a really busy place, even at night. Can anybody help us? I probably should talk to them. It seems like maybe they would be able to help me out. Like, give me something to do. Like, rather than wandering around injured, not sure what to do with myself. Pretty impressive, eh, Wanderer? I have managed to capture one of the... Hey, I was talking to you, buddy. I know someone who's making her apprenticeship in Point Bura, who might just be a little nicer to me if I offer it for her study. Okay, I don't know what that means. I don't think I'm going to make it to Point Bura. Hold on, how far is Point Bura? There's a map. Somewhere. Is somewhere... someplace else on the map. Okay, we won't work this out. We'll find it, maybe. I bet I'll end up there and be like, I never planned to actually make it there. Your voice is so soothing. You may have put some of the burnt out admins / mods to sleep. I apologize, admins and mods, that you were working so hard that you need me to send you to sleep. I'm glad that you find my voice soothing though. So what's this? You cannot read the Velen language. Hold on, I can pick something up. Pure soot. I don't know if I'm so worried that I'm like picking stuff up and there's gonna be like someone come up to me and be like, hey, you've been stealing in the name of our town people, and then they're gonna like set the winged goat on me. I can't deal with being attacked with another winged goat. Not again. Wind's mercy, I'm so tired. Ever since those coroners suspended many of the ferry lines, I tell you it's near impossible to keep track of all the comings and goings in this place. I try my best, but I just can't keep up with collecting tax tariffs, keeping up with paperwork and assigning dock and warehouse space. I don't even have time to get any sleep. I keep stealing a wink out of sight among the crates. It's just a matter of time before my nerves pack up completely. I feel like this person... Do you know like the beginning of like the first Mass Effect? And you was it Saren? You know, like when you're walking along and like all of that stuff happens, and there's like you're like Shepherd, and like I'm talking about a game I haven't played in years and I can't remember the name of characters, but you see like this like dock worker person, and they're like hiding amongst crates, and they'd been like stealing like grenades or something. I feel like in a different universe, this overworked harbor master is in Mass Effect. I believe fully in the Mass Effect multiverse for this game, and I will die on that hill. Saren kills Nihilus, and there's a dude who's napping. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Jade Tiger Plays. I'm glad you remember it, because I'm like, hey, I'm gonna relay information to you of a video game I haven't played in a very long time, and I don't remember most of the things. I just remember there's a guy that hides behind crates that has some grenades or something. It's good enough for me. Shush, go to bed. You all should have a little nap. I got this. Admins, mods. I got this. Just, you know, like I can't do the giveaway. I don't think I actually have any mod powers. But if anyone comes in here and you know, like pushes their luck, I'll give them a stern talking to. I will tell them, I'll be like, you get the heck out of here. That will not fly in this stream. And they'll know. They'll know that I mean business, clearly. Oh, what's in this house? I like genuinely, I really like the art style in this game. I love how like the details of this world kind of like cut away when you like walk behind them and stuff like that, in that kind of way that does just feel like a pop-up book. It just feels like you're kind of like peering behind layers in this world. I really like that. Hey, I just heard the winged goat. It was like meh. And I also looking at how tiny this winged goat is, this person brought this goat as their defense. They were just like, if anything happens to me, winged goat's gonna protect me. This winged goat is tiny. I don't think I have any weapons, but if I did have a weapon, I think I'd stand like a reasonable chance against the winged goat. My experience with goats in life is knowing that they do like to headbutt, and they will eat most things. So yeah, exactly, cat. But I think that goat is too small in stature to try and eat me. So I reckon I can probably take that goat. Oh, that's cute. What's that? What are you? I would come after it, but I'm just gonna wander. You know what? To heck with my stamina. I know that I was trying to not lose stamina by avoiding running around too much, but I want to find that person I spoke to by the water, because they told me to do something. They were like, go to this town, get healed up, you'll be alright, lad. And I completely forgot what they told me. I bet you I'm not going to be able to find them now. I'm out of stamina. But I need to know what I'm supposed to do. What, geese are scarier than goats? I feel... I don't know if I agree. Like, goats are definitely like a wild card in terms of animals. Like, you don't necessarily know what they're gonna do. They might, they might run at you and butt you. They might try and steal your food. They might try and jump on top of a nearby shed. They like to climb, and they like to be chaotic. I feel maybe they don't. I don't know, but I feel like they're okay with knowing that they're an animal of chaos. But geese have the heart of I don't know how to put this. They're pure evil. So like my girlfriend's such an animal lover. Did you just make a noise of me saying geese are pure evil? They are pure evil. You've been chased by geese, right? You've never been chased by... Your sister's been chased by geese. Yeah, exactly. I've been chased by geese. I know that geese are evil. So Holly, you probably can't hear her because my mic won't pick up too much noise in the background, but she's like, they're nice guys. So just to talk of personal life for a second, Holly will take me to go feed birds and go feed ducks, and we'll go feed the geese nearby and stuff like that. And she's sitting on a bench with geese all around her, just she's I am queen of the geese. She's like a Disney princess with these geese just coming to come and chat to her and eat the seed and the stuff that she's got. And I'm hiding behind the bench. I'm a man of 36 now, and I'm like these geese are gonna get me. And she's like, no, the geese are fine. I'm like, the ducks, they're good. I will happily hang out with the ducks. I'll happily hang out with the pigeons. The swans, kinda, but the geese, I'm like, no way. You will destroy me. As soon as I let my guard down around geese, that's it. They will take everything that I own. They will leave me for dead in a ditch. So I'm just wary of them. I'm just very Lady Kazza, you couldn't pay me to go near a goose. Exactly, that's how I feel. But I'm voluntarily I end up near geese. And every time I am absolutely just wary. Wary is a nice way of putting it. I am terrified of these geese. And he's like, nah, they're nice guys. They're lovely. I'm just oh, I can't deal. Don't annoy the geese or the swans. They'll happily mug you and steal your cookies. But goats, when I was a young warthog, and I'd go to I go to this car boot sale with my cousin. And my parents and stuff, and they'd go and they'd give us money, and we'd kind of just wander around looking for bargains, whatever. Usually it was Pokemon cards, sometimes it was a Beanie Baby. We were just looking out for whatever we wanted. And would end up seeing this goat that was like near the store that was there, like this farm shop where you could go and get like we get refresher bars most of the time. Like, I don't know if that's like a universal thing, refresher bars across the world, or whether or not refresher bars is like strictly a British thing or whatever. But we'd get these bars. They were like these kind of like long, sweet bars with like sherbet in the middle, and they're good, right? Do they even make them? I don't know. Pass, maybe. But we'd eat these bars, and we'd buy these bars, but sometimes we'd have them in their wrapper and like, you know, be waiting to eat them, you know, like we'd have like many. Oh, I can go in the water. Can I drown? I can just wade. I'm gonna get wet. I'm wet from the rain anyway, it's fine. What am I doing in this game? I'm just wandering around in the water, just like, can I drown? Maybe I'll just tell you about goats. Oh, what's this? What can I do here? Anyway, so the refresher bars, we'd have them in the packet. The goat would come up, it would steal our refresher bars. The goat would eat the refresher bars, packets and all. It would just be like, nope, I don't care that this is sealed. It'd just be like, I'm eating it. And I'd be very sad at my bar being taken by a goat. I'd be distraught because I'd be like, this is my treat to myself. I'd saved my money to go to the shop to get the refresher bar, and the goat's just stolen it from me. So you know, I've got I guess like unprocessed sadness towards this, because this would happen like decades ago, and it still lives rent free in my mind. This person's got a lamp and they're running around like a headless chicken. A captured kitten. I believe it when I see it. I don't know what that means. I'm just looking to not be what's my status? Battered and bruised. I just want to be not battered and bruised. Help me out, video game. Where do I go? Do you know I need like someone that's au fait with this game to teach me what to do. Otherwise this is going to be like wandering around in circles time with Virtue while he tells you about how much geese like put the fear in him, and goats steal his food when he's a child, and swans are mean. I like when I took my kid out to like feed the swans. This was like prior to like going out with Holly, and we go and like feed the ducks and stuff, and then the swans would come along, and every time the swans came along I was just like, he's 3, like this swan's gonna like beat my child. So I'd like scoop my child up into my arms and be like, no way, swans don't steal my kid from me. So this is like, honestly, I just don't trust swans, man. That's all I'm saying. That's the moral of this story. I don't trust them. I think I'm correct in that judgment to not trust them. I don't even know. I don't know where this is going. Please, chat, tell me your swan facts. If you have any experiences with swans, I'd like to know about them. I'd like to know. I don't know if this character over here is going to tell me anything about swans. All they tell me about is winged goats. What's with all the questions, traveler? You a warden in disguise or something? No. Battle stance. Hold on. I'm in battle stance now. What are you going to do? Initiative. Can I just... Oh my god. I could just attack someone? That's a bad idea. Sheathing your weapon. Okay. So I didn't attack them. I can toggle my hood. Oh, my hood's down. If I talk to the boss, mate, I was about to attack him. I didn't even know that was an option, but I'll go for it. I'm sorry, friend. We won't be taking passengers on this one, traveler. This is to be a pure business trip. We head south to Sharwood Forest every Tuesday night. There is real profit to be made at the night market, held in the overgrown courtyard there. Sorry, I think I'm teed out. I'm like losing my ability to speak. If you have goods to sell with no questions asked, that is the place to go. Many collectors with weighty purses come to trade for special items or contraband there. Help me, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just running around talking to people, just like, someone give me a sign. There was someone actually that I walked past. Fun fact, swans come out as ugly ducklings, apparently. I've heard a story about that, but I'm not going to recite it to you. But I think you know where it is going. Oh, what's these animals? What are you guys? Can I pet you? Can I pet you? Will you let me pet you? You look like tiny little piggies. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna subtract something from my rating of this game. but I don't know how many points that's worth that I can't pet the piggies. I think I can recognize a drifter when I see one, stranger. Welcome to Bat Sahar, Kalim? If you are on a pilgrimage to the Dandelion Temple, I don't know, but I guess I am, sure. Your goal is near at hand. Simply follow the shore to the south, and you will soon see the Temple Island across the water. Let's make a note. Let's make a note. Follow shore to the south, dandelions, and stuff. It temple. Thanks. There we go. That's my note to myself. Can you continue talking to me? The pier is for the ferry to Western Verve Junction, Kelim. The ferry service is running according to schedule. Okay, you were going to tell me something about... you were telling me something about dandelions? Is that over? Is that conversation over? I really wanted to know. In the UK at least, swans are apparently the property of the crown, aka the royal family. That's as I understand it. But you know what? If I want to take a swan, who are they to stop me?
Hey.
The swan will stop me. You're so right. Thank you for stopping, Kelim. Me and my sister received this locked box from my dear departed uncle. It contains a secret family recipe of Jinsen's potted lark's tongues. Our family exported pots to the south, where it was a sought-after delicacy. Our uncle kept secret the recipe, and the trick of how he could capture all the larks needed to collect all the lark tongues required. They're taking lark tongues? For over 100 tongues were used for each pot. That's a lot of lark tongues. Southerners are prepared to pay small fortunes for each pot. If we could only get the recipe, our futures would be set. If we could only open the lock to the box. Uncle Jinsen never gave us the key. Can you give me the box? I'll throw it in the water. Unlock strong box. Let's take it. This is an unlocked strong box. But it says it's unlocked. I don't understand. We will work this out. I need to take like a very quick like pee break chat. It's been a whole hour. This is like a new record for me. I can't last that long usually. So let me leave you with like the relaxing sounds of this game's town, its harbor, the water. I think that's also making it like more difficult for me to not go for a pee break, so I'm gonna do it. I'll be right back, chat. One sec. Game. I have returned, and I'm still like no wiser as to what I'm supposed to do in this video game. And so that, oh my goodness, I've just realized that I can use WASD to walk around, and also I can sprint with shift. Great. So that works as well as clicking. So I don't know what I'm doing in this game, which is kind of, you know, I've learned that I can drink tea. That's something. I also probably should take a moment to talk about like why we're here, like why the stream's happening, like why I joined in the first place, like what because I've known of 12 Days of Indie for a few years now, and I've been meaning every year like to join it, but every time I see that it's going on, like the registration's closed, and I'm like, oh no, I've been like a watcher of indie for a while, and like really like 12 Days of Indie as a charity streaming thing, like getting lots of different streamers together, and it being for Toys for Tots, which I think is like a genuinely amazing cause. Like it brings like gifts and toys to underprivileged children across America, and they've been going for what is it, 76 years? I'm struggling on all of the details because I'm just running off my poor memory here, but you know, like it's an awesome charity, like especially in this kind of period, especially in this like time of year. Like I think that the kids going through like Christmas without gifts or without that kind of like attention, like things to play, like play is so like important to kids, like development and like becoming like people, and I don't know how to put it, but it's like you know, it's just important for like, how dare you laugh at me, it's important for like development, and I think it's like an amazing cause, which is why I want to get involved in this. And if you are someone that thinks that underprivileged children across America deserve toys around Christmas time, and you haven't yet donated, please consider donating. If you donate $5, I will uwu. If you donate 10, I will ara ara. I don't know what either of those things mean. I was just told that you all like the uwus, so I was just like, hey, I'll throw in an ara ara. That's what I'm here for. What's this person? Who are you? So you got a sword. I don't think I have anything that could trade. If I could trade my worker's role for a sword, then maybe that would be a good idea. Let's go away from trading. Let's talk to you. Maybe you have wisdom. You don't have wisdom. You say come back when you're overburdened with riches, and I will offer you skills that will prove priceless to a warrior. I hereby invite you, however, to teach you for free a lesson of defeat. Oh no, simply draw your sword and let my instruction begin. I don't have a sword, I have a bread loaf. Let's take it on. What's gonna happen here? They have 4 and 6. Are you gonna strike me down? I'm gonna sheathing your weapon. Oh no, hit. I got my butt kicked. They won the duel against me. They won the duel against vegan Hampasaur. Sweat and pain is also payment. I got bested in combat, and I don't even know how to combat. But you know what? One day I will learn how to combat, and then I'll come back and I will get my vengeance. Where am I going? Where do I go? Someone tell me, hey, you're wounded, Virtue. Maybe you should do something about being wounded apart from walking around in circles talking about geese and swans and goats and drinking tea. And I'll be like, how dare you? This is my life. Like, this is what I do in video games. This is what I do in real life. I'm kind of role-playing at the moment. Please don't ruin my immersion. I want to walk in circles. I want to drink tea. The circle of life is complete. But I digress. Where do I go? I've got a relaxing voice. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm here. I'm here to relax and talk about tea and probably like confuse you all. Let's drink this Jade Brew. Maybe the Jade Brew is what heals me. I'm recharging my stamina. I'm also drinking tea. I like that this game lets me drink tea. However, I don't know. They've got cider? Can I get drunk? I don't want to. I've got tea. What more do I need? A tipsy adventurer. So I'm in this tea house. I'm looking for someone that can heal me. Compassionate tea master. Ancestors' beards, nomad. What happened to you, bandits? Some wind-whipped thing from beyond? No matter. Let me tend to your wounds. The text like disappears every so often. I see our gifts have set you right, my friend. You'll find several teapots simmering in the serving hall. You're welcome to sample anyone you fancy. Warm winds on your back, nomad. They were gonna heal me, right? Plain shirt. Little meal, sweetbread, edible. Let's pick it up. Let's take it. So, do I put these clothes on? How do I put clothes on? Why is this become my, let's put these clothes on. There we go. Clothes are on. Little meal, edible, sweetbread. Can I eat it? Consume. There we go. Consumed bread. Hello again, Kelim. Did you know that Kelim means dandelion in our language? You've been calling me dandelion this whole time and I had no idea. I don't know how I feel about that. If someone just started calling me dandelion in my day-to-day life, I'd probably be like, are you complimenting me? To live like a dandelion seed on the winds, just like you. I mean, I guess I am doing that, but I feel like dandelions probably achieve more than I've achieved. Just being like, I'm wounded. I don't know how. I'm no longer wounded. They resolved my woundedness. Where do I go now? What do I do? Oh. Follow the shore to the south. Dandelions and stuff. Temple, thanks. That was a good note to myself. Honestly, I'm so good at notes. I've been taking the best notes. This game has me taking notes like, hey, dandelion, do the thing. So follow shore to the south, dandelions and stuff at Temple. They've been calling me a dandelion. I feel like that probably makes sense for me to do something. The Dandelions Temple. Let's go there. It's across water, so we're going to have to wade or something. Is that water? Or is that grass? Let's find out. We go south down the Umber Crescent. We're just going to continue south. Work it out. Become like a Namazu? I don't know what that is. Get drunk on tea? I may already be that. That may already be me. I do like tea. I think I drink more tea than I do really any other beverage. Like I've been trying to be like that person that's just like, hey, drink water, stay hydrated, live your water drinking life. But every time I try to drink more water, I just end up not doing it. It's like, why is it so difficult to bring myself to drink water when I could be drinking tea? Tea is water? I mean, yes, but also no. There's like caffeine and stuff. Isn't that like dehydrating? Does that help me? Does it hydrate me as well as water should? All I know is that I'm not looking after myself as much as I should be. So where am I on the map now? Oh, cool. Okay, so this map is actually like a bit smaller than I expected. I was just like, maybe I need to wander forever, but I've already gone all the way from there to there in a few moments. So I guess I need to go in this direction, but not wade too much because tea hydrates. So yeah, like this game that I'm playing so far, as much as I don't understand it, I am enjoying it because it is beautiful. It's a race in Final Fantasy XIV. What, tea? I haven't really played much Final Fantasy XIV. Like, my experience with MMORPGs is very much like, I don't want to get too involved with them because I know that they will steal my life from me. Oh, Namazu. Okay, I didn't know that. So, I always look at them and I'm like, hey, I think I would enjoy this. I should play this. And then when it comes down to it, I'm like, I will... let's just walk through the water. Let's wade. Let's see what happens. Nothing bad can happen through just like walking through deep water with no aim to it. But yeah, so what was I saying? Tea? Oh, MMOs. So when it comes to playing MMOs like Final Fantasy or like World of Warcraft. I'm like, they're a big time investment, and I find it really difficult to put myself into like that kind of time investment, especially when I know that like when you get to end game, like they're supposed to keep you playing. There's a lot to happen. There's a lot of like social stuff. I'm like, I can't. I did the same with Destiny. Like I'm like, I can't give myself the what's the word? Like sorry, my brain's just lost the word, but like dedication. I can't like dedicate myself to it in that way. Oh, this is beautiful. What are you? You're in the temple. You're the temple guardian. Hey, temple guardian, tell me the stuff. But either way, like I tried playing Final Fantasy 14. I got up to the point of getting a chocobo. I like rode around on the chocobo. I heard the chocobo music. I was like, this is good enough for me. This is all I need in life. Like I'd played exactly what I needed from it, and I'd got like the nostalgia that I wanted from it. And I was like, hey, like I'm done with this game. I kind of I feel like I have no regrets. But at the same time, maybe I probably should have played more of it, because people do really, really like it. People are very, it's like, you know, like to the meme point, the critically acclaimed point of saying that game's amazing. And it does look fun, but I don't know. Like when I play like downtime non-stream games, like I tend to play a lot of Pokemon Unite. That's like my jam. Welcome, Dandelion. I am Ramen, one of the guardians of the temple. By the act of your entry, you have now tied your home knot to this sanctuary. I didn't realize that I did that. You can always return here for safety by binding a simple knot spell. The only regent needed is a common dandelion. However, I must warn you, Wanderer, this spell only works if you are close to a nomad's rest. Nomad's rest wind shelters can be found throughout Braided Shore. Find a nomad's rest and you can find your way back here. Now, step further into the temple, traveler. Ran wishes to speak to you. Okay, let's have a wander. Thank you, strange deer creature, for giving me your insight. Is this Ran? Temple Guardian. Magic is a language, one that those of my kind speak fluently. You, however, must strive to learn the basic language and grammar of making and combine that knowledge with the physical rituals of brewing tea and tying knot spells. I do like brewing tea. A simple dandelion that grows on this isle is all that is needed to bind the Kelim's knot. But more advanced skills require more precise knowledge of regions. I don't have any knowledge of regions. I feel like this is actually like I've given you about 10 minutes of gameplay in like an hour and 20 minutes. We'll like I am genuinely enjoying this. This is cool. Like I just like the zen of this game. It's like a nice environment to just be able to chat with you all. And it is like exploring, and I'm getting given a story, and I'm drinking a lot of tea, and these are all things that I enjoy. So tea, especially consumed in moderate quantities, is unlikely to have any dehydrating effects. However, consuming large amounts of tea, for instance, more than 8 cups at once, might have an insignificant dehydrating effect. I didn't know that. I just assumed that it was like pretty dehydrating by default. That's good to know that I'm drinking tea and it's fine. That's Google's answer. Hunt. Well, you and Google have given me the gift of knowledge, and I appreciate that. So that's how many Lash-sized cups? Is Lash also a large tea drinker? Because this tea right here, this is a big tea too. What's my favorite Pokemon? Do you mean in Pokemon Unite or in general? Because I think like I find it really hard to find like favorites in things. Like I'm like, oh, I like all the things. But I think that Squovit is my favorite Pokemon in general. Like I appreciate Squovit on like a spiritual level. He just likes to eat berries. I'm just like, I can vibe with that. You're cute. I like you, Squovit. You are my one. You're my one Pokemon of favoriteness. But I like a Venusaur. I like a Bulbasaur. But Squovit is cute. So I don't know. We've got like loads of those Pokemon Squishmallows on the bed as well. We got like a Snorlax. We got a Piplup. We got the Gengar. We have a Pikachu. I like Gengar. Gengar's good. His mug is as big as his head. Mine is comparable, but not quite as big as my head. All I know is, like, by the time I drink it, it does get, like, kind of cold towards the end. But I do require a lot of caffeine in life. So Lash is the ad meme. What does that even mean? I'm not familiar, but I mean, Lash is cool. I like Lash. So, yeah, you would think half liters. I think this is half a liter. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's bigger, maybe it's smaller, I don't know. There lives a deeplander on the main island who can tell you how to search for regions in the wild. Hold on, main island, someone? Who were they? Give someone main island flower. Let's take this. So, give flower to some person on main island or something. There's my note. Don't criticize my note taking. It's perfect. Give her this flower and she will know that we sent you. Look for her in the western parts. Western parts. She do be singing. Western parts she do be singing. Cool. Her song can often be heard there. Farewell, Kalim. So Temple Keeper's Blossom. Is that the whole temple? Have I spoken to the one that they told me to speak to? Can answer that? I mean, sure, give me answers. I don't know what's going on. Munchlax is clearly the best Pokemon. You know what, like, anyone that says this is the best Pokemon, I'll agree with you, sure. Munchlax is great. I still think that Squovit is the best. Just something about Squovit. I just love Squovit. He's a good boy. Eats berries. Very mischievous. I like it. So, let's see. The mainland. Oh, if I press M, that does take me to my map. So, main island. What did I say? What did they say? Western parts. So, Glade of Reeds, maybe? Is that somewhere? I guess we'll start in the Tiger Rock, Glade of Reeds kind of area. We'll see. We'll see what we can find. I've got to wade through water. And we'll get there. Agumon is the best Pokemon. Is that not, that's from Digimon, right? That's like saying, hey, blue-eyed white dragon. Blue-eyed. Is it blue-eyed? Blue-eyed? Blue eyes? Blue eyes. Blue eyes white dragon is my favorite Pokemon. I'm sorry. I'm not a weeb like you all. I'm like, hey, One Punch Man is my favorite Pokemon. My favorite episode of Pokemon is Food Wars. Like, I don't understand. Mew destroys you with cuteness. That's probably true. I don't think I have a strong argument against that. Honestly. Why is the best Pokemon is Goku? Now I can agree with that. I don't think I have a good argument against that. That's Yu-Gi-Oh! You're Yu-Gi-Oh! Lol. How dare you tell me that that's Yu-Gi-Oh! That's Pokemon. This is all Pokemon. Every anime is Pokemon. And, I will fight you on that point. That's a hill I'm prepared to die on. My favorite episode of Pokemon is Card Captors. I like Pokemon when they run with their arms behind their back. What's that one? What's the one where they run with their arms behind their back? No, I don't know. I don't know. Mystigno is the best Pokemon. That's cheating. Draco Lair, if I had the power to ban you, I would. Like, just leave the chat. Just Mystigno. What were you doing fishing on whatever that route was and doing stuff to cheat and catch this Pokemon that you shouldn't catch? And then you get a Mew and stuff. All I know is it's cheating and it's not good. I had, like, on my Pokemon Red, like way back in the day, I had a legit Mew. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, you had to fish for Mystigno, didn't you? I had a legit Mew. I got a Mew from the Pokemon event that they had at the Millennium Dome. So I'm just gonna tell you that I am a Pokemon master, and anything that you say that contradicts what I say is inherently false. Just by definition is false. You have to surf. Oh, that's it. You have to surf. Yeah, see? I didn't even know how to get missing no, because I wasn't a cheater like you, kebab thief. I'm pretty sure I got a missing no. Oh, I hear singing. Can you hear that? Never got a Mew in Pokemon Red. I got transferred one at the Millennium Dome. This is back when the Millennium Dome was a thing. They had a Pokemon event. They had someone from like Nintendo magazine there that was like playing people, and I was convinced I would destroy this guy. I was just like, you know what, this guy's from Nintendo magazine, but I'm like a plucky, I don't know, 8-year-old or however old I was. I was just like, I am gonna wreck this Nintendo guy. He beat me. He had a Scyther. I don't think I got one hit off on him. He, you know, like I was a kid, so like all of my attacks were just like full on damage, like no status effects. He comes in, like uses double team. This haunts me to this day. He used double team like a couple of times. I couldn't get a hit off on him. I couldn't hit him. If I'd hit him once, he would have got destroyed. But instead, I failed to his Scyther, and I will never live that down. You ever done status effects? You're a noob like I am. Deep Lander, I've been here. I saw you. We spoke, didn't we? I see that you have been given a Temple Keeper's Blossom. Wanderer, I'm going to turn the game volume down a little bit now. We got past the singing bit. I see that you have been given a Temple Keeper's Blossom, Wanderer. I find it a chore to banter with strangers, but with you, I will gladly speak for a moment. That's because you know I spoke to some weird spirit deer and they gave me a flower, so you know it makes sense for you to want to talk to me. I'd want to talk to me too. You might have already noticed regents in nature along your I don't even know what regents are along your travels. Gathering them requires a keen eye, knowledge of where to search, and patience. I have none of these things. I can teach your eye to spot regents needed for magical purposes. Magic brews and spell knots use many of the same regions. Jade algae grows in streams and lakes, for instance, while dandelion can be found on sun-soaked meadows. It's been nighttime this entire time that we've been playing this. I don't know where sun-soaked meadows are. Knots are not only used for binding spells, knots are also the traditional written form of the Velen language. Learning it can be costly, but I know of a teacher that might help you for free. However, he is very strict. He has a house in the upper city. Hold on, I should make notes. Man want to teach me language. He has a house in upper city. That's enough, right? That's what I need to know. I've managed to make progress in this game after like wandering around and drinking tea. I'm actually really proud of myself. This is not my general genre of game. Like it requires like paying attention. It requires like having like an IQ that's like above room temperature. Like neither of these things I possess. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just kind of winging it, and I'm actually making progress. I'm really happy because I could have just wandered off in a random direction and I would have been okay. I would have been like, where am I going? It'll be fine. But I actually found myself going to the right place and doing the right thing and speaking to a spirit deer. That's great. I did a thing. Look for a scholar wearing a yellow coat. And oh, remember to greet him in the old fashion by sitting down, or he will most likely ignore you. Oh, I know who they mean. I know who Deep Lander means. I've put 2 and 2 together. Hey, oh, that's me walking away. I thought they were walking away from me. There's me. I forgot what my character looked like. Sounds like my Pokemon back in the day. If a move didn't do damage, you never teached it. Exactly. Like honestly, when I was, and probably still to this day, for the most part, I'm just like, status effects? What are those? I just want to hit. I just want to hit and do damage. You know, I'm just, however, Pokemon Unite, different story, because you don't like, you know, you don't have like moves in the same way as like a regular Pokemon game. But I do love some Pokemon Unite. That's my jam. It is fun. Snorlax was your best Pokemon back in Red. It wrecked almost everything. Snorlaxes are underrated. They like to snooze. They like to attack. I'm here for it. Your Snorlax did destroy Mewtwo and attack. In one attack, both level 100. Oh, so you didn't capture... You knocked out the Mewtwo rather than capturing it. I instead just threw a Master Ball. I was like, that's all I want. Last time you played Unite was to get the evolutions. There's more evolutions now, actually. There's, I don't know when you last played it. But they've got Leafeon. They've got Umbreon. They got some evolutions. They're good. I mostly play Venusaur or Mewtwo in Pokemon Unite. Oh, a dog! I can pet the dog! 10 out of 10. Did you know that, oh, is there a cat? Can I pet the cat? I can pet the scared cat, maybe. Or the cat tell me no. It'll be like, you can pet me, but you can't touch my tum. There we go, I pet the cat. It looked like I just gave that cat a hug. Also, this game's great, I love it. Did you know that, like, because of the Can You Pet the Dog Twitter account, like, lots of games have, like, you know, investors or, you request a duel. I'm not giving you a duel. I don't even know how to fight. Sorry. So they have, like, you know, investors or whatever, like studio people saying, hey, we need you to be able to pet the dog in this game, so this Twitter account notices us. It's like good PR to pet the dog in a game. I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like the idea that there's soulless dog petting in video games, but at the same time I like that you can pet more dogs. So I'm like really like torn on whether or not this is a good thing or a bad thing. Like, if I pet a dog, I want it to be because the devs wanted me to pet a dog, not because of a Twitter account, you know? But I digress. We're talking about sitting down in this game, so this person will talk to me. I'll sit down in a second. What else happened? Let's Go Pika or Eevee. You didn't like that much. You can just find the Pokemon you need. I've never played one of the Let's Go games. I really have, like, neglected Pokemon on the Switch. I played Sword, though. What did I play? Sword or Shield? I can't remember. One of them. I played Sword. Sword was good. I liked that. It was a fine Pokemon, but I didn't like feel like I needed to catch Pokemon after I'd beat the story. Like, I was kind of just like, I've beaten the story. I'm happy now. Like, not. Usually I want to be a completionist in those games. I don't know why I didn't feel compelled to be a completionist in that particular one, but I still enjoyed it. I think that, like, a lot of the weird extra mechanics they've added, like, into Pokemon over the years has, like, made me less excited about it. Like, I get to a point and it's just like, hey, you gotta do a fashion show and Dynamax and all this kind of stuff, and I'm just like, I just want to fight Pokemon, dude. I just want to catch Pokemon. I want to throw Pokeballs at them. I want to catch them in their little balls. I want to throw them at other people. Like, I want to just live that life. And it's like, no, fashion show. I'm like, no, I don't want that. I don't want a fashion show. I just want to catch Pokemon, you know? Pokemon Go is keep throwing Pokeballs till one catch the Pokemon. I want to play more Go. Like, I got into it again for a while, and then I just fell off it. Like, I really find it difficult to continue playing mobile games. It's, just one of those things. Like, I just don't want to play games on my phone. Like, it's already, like, too distracting, like, being on my phone. There's, like, notifications going off. I'm just like, it just takes me out of the zen video game state that I want to be in. So let's sit down. You are recharging your stamina. I'm sitting, not scribe. Come talk to me. I'm sitting. Bless you. I use food shopping as an excuse to spin Pokestops. I just like that, and also like playing a mobile game like drains my battery, and I'm already bad enough at draining my battery. Talk to you. What have we here? A stray Kellim flying into my house. And a well-mannered one at that. How nice. You must be here to learn to read Velen writing. Am I right? You are correct. That requires discipline, time, and love, don't you know? Are you quite ready? Sitting comfortably? It will be quite a lot to absorb in one sitting. So, let us begin. Haridasam. Haridasim. Good. Now for the rest. Gerang, Gerin. I'm like mispronouncing a language that doesn't exist or something. Disem, Diset, Disarem. Amka, Amkana, Amaga. Beltel, Betel, Beltel, Belusi, Opim, Oppenheimer, Valo, Velimo, Cammed, Kamuki, Zahek, Zeke, Pilt, Pilok, Pilaka. I'm not going to remember any of this video game. Help me out here. I'm not going to make notes for this. I don't know what's going on. Memok, Mekamama, Tav, Terivo, Terava, Sama, Sumo, Samamama, Crew, Kruk, Krukakri, Endel, Endelella, Lamna, Lamoon, La Lama, Nito, Nato, Nitateto, Ralolo. There. That should do it. Okay, alright. Now I'm in the room again. Let me give you my notes from your lesson. Thank you, because my notes would make no sense. I'd be like, Oppenheimer Lalo, you need to learn the skill from the lesson note in your inventory. Then memorize the skill from your skill book. After that, you'll have a good grasp of reading Velen writing. Now fly away, little dandelion. Don't forget to read the sign on the way out to test your new skill. Okay, how do I do this? Skill book. That's not it, is it? Rest? What do I do? Callum's Gate? What am I doing? I don't understand. Help me out. What a backpack. Instruction. Learn the note. Right click. Learn. That's how we read books. We just right click on them and learn them. Valentung has permanently been written into my skill book. So can I read this now? What am I reading? Where's this text? Oh, it's over there. Help me. So repeating the same thing over and over again for 40 days and nights for an RNG of minus 2344342 to finally give you something. No thank you. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I agree with you. I just agree. You cannot read the Velen language. I just learned it. Hey, I just did the thing. I clicked on the thing. I don't even have it in my inventory anymore. I was like, hey, I want to learn the Velen language. And it's like, you cannot read the Velen language. I'm like, how do I read the Velen language? Rest, toggle hood, battle stance, bless you, Hollyberry, flee, align, keen eye, Valentung. Valentung is my passive. Learn the Velen. Oh, okay. So I have to select it even though it's a passive. Now can I read it? Which is the queen for randomly running into a shiny where you have to hunt for specific stuff. I don't get shinies. I'm not cool enough for that. I've got a few in go. Hi, Scholar Hemet. Do not disturb. We learned it. Thank you. Namaste. Let's move on. There was somewhere else where I could read a thing. There was like a note that I saw that I could read. You know what? This is the thing though. Now I don't know what to do. I've like spoke to this person. I've learnt the language. Should I go back to the other person that I originally spoke to? You know, like the one that was singing. Should I go back to them and be like, hey, I've learnt this language now. I understand. I can speak. I can walk the walk. I can talk the talk. Tell me what I need to do. Or do I just wander around not knowing what to do and hoping for the best? Welcome to Bat Sahar. Could I read that before? I don't think I could read that. Maybe there's like another thing somewhere that I should be able to read. Is it this? This looks glowy. Can anybody help us, please? I've already spoke to you. I would help you, but I have no idea what you want. I think I made a note of it, but I'm not really sure. I'm a terrible adventurer. A small kitten trapped in a mystic suspension field. Cool. Just what I wanted. What do I do with it? You must have caught over 100 EVs on go. Not one shiny on either account. I think I've got a shiny EV. I'm not sure. I don't know what's in my Pokemon Go. Like feel free to like message me on Twitch or Twitter or something and be like, hey Vert, tell me your shinies, and I'll work them out. I'll find them. I'll screenshot my shinies and send them over. But I can't remember what kind of shinies I have. I have a terrible memory. especially for shinies. So I'm going to go have a look at my map. Let's have a look and go back to the Glade of Reeds, I think, or the coastline. That's it. There was something somewhere. I should have made a note. I'm terrible at note taking in this game. Also, for those that don't know, banned streamer from this chat, Dracolair, is the next to stream from 7 p.m. Eastern, which I think is in about 20 minutes. So make sure you stick around after my stream. There will be a stream by Draco. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, Dracolair. But I also don't mind because you're banned for having like incorrect opinions on Missigno. So, oh, I've not seen you before. You're a cheater. You're a cheater at Pokemon, and then it angers me. Yes, about 15 minutes. What are you streaming? What game are you playing? I'll be nice to you. I'm like, hey, you know what? You're banned from this chat. And I don't even know anything. I'm just like, I did say it there. I did say it correct. I can't word good. Okay, I'm trying my best. Potions, A Curious Tale, and I did see that game. That game looked interesting. I hope it is an awesome stream. That's another game that's like a sponsor of this 12 Days of Indie. Am I right? If I am right, then make sure those that are in chat hang around to watch that one too, as you have been so kind and wonderful to hang around and watch this game, which is awesome. Actually, I'm really enjoying it. I'm on a quest to pick a grand bouquet of flowers in the colours of the Honourable House of Pelgan. My family is presently hosting an official family reception. You know what I like about this game as well as it's just like the sound effects, like the art. Like I find it really zen. It's like really relaxing to just like chill out and play and like chat with you all. It's just there's like a lot of mystery and like intrigue to what's going on, but at the same time it's just like it's a good pace to just be able to chill out and chat with people. I like that. The only fresh flowers of our house colours will do. It is a tradition that the youngest highborn baronets of the house performs this duty. For each flower I pick, I am to consider a point of responsibility or duty that is demanded of me and those of our house. I travel with guards not only to keep me safe from bandits or creatures from the wild. There is a constant game of hostage-taking being played between the three noble houses. It is an unbloody affair where captives are treated more as guests than prisoners, and soon get traded back. Anything is legal tender in this game. Captives, pieces of master iron, or whatever our haggling stewards agree upon. It also keeps everyone on their toes and forces us to have our wits about us when we venture outside our fortress. This might appear a strange custom to a commoner, but is maintained to help temper our strength. Should a foreign threat appear, the houses will form a chain and defend the realm as one. Oh, listen to me babble. I really must get on with my flowers. Anything with marble petals and I will have it. Farewell, wanderer. I have no idea what was going on then, but sure, why not? You guys are collecting flowers and playing some sort of game or something, and there's stuff going on. Why not? You're T-Rexy? Are you, there's so many people here that love tea, and like I really feel like I'm in great company because of that. There's lots of tea talk, and I do enjoy the tea talk, the tea appreciation. It's good. You don't find it nearly as often as I'd like on Twitch. So it's nice to be amongst good people. You're allergic to most of it? You don't like tea? You're allergic to most of it. Oh, okay, well I'm sorry. Like, I take back everything that I said. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure you're wonderful company too. But T-Rexy is a good name, even if you're allergic to the tea. You realise that Naki Smile has a ditto face. I'm so out of the loop. I'm like, who? What? I see you have been given a Temple Keeper's Blossom, Wanderer. I find it a chore to banter with strange. Okay, we've spoken. But there was something else. Regents. You told me about something about regents. The written form of the Velen language. Learning it can be costly. You know, a teacher that might teach me for free, but you'd have to charge. However, he is very strict. He has a house in the upper city. Look for a scholar wearing a yellow coat. Remember to sit down. Yep. So I did that. They taught me the thing. And now I'm like, what do I do? They didn't like, they probably told me exactly what to do. And I was too silly and too smooth of brain to know what they wanted me to do. So I guess I'm just wandering until I find a sign or something that will tell me, clue me in as to what I need to do. This looks interesting. We'll check this out. We'll keep an eye out for like signs on walls because those seem to be the things that we can read apparently. The emote. Oh, okay, that kind of, I see it. I see that it is Ditto-esque. You're allergic to a lot of weird stuff, like tree nuts, but not nuts. That's add quote. I mean, why not? So, what is this? Interlocking machine parts. The contraption appears to hide something within it. Without mechanical skill, nothing can dismantle it. I wonder if that was the thing that... Oh, I'm doing it. Fail at a mechanics endeavor. Let's try again. Can I try? Am I going to fail again? What does this mean? What happens? We just kind of like sit here trying. Does it make a difference? I feel like we've failed at this endeavor again. Endeavors are challenges that require considerable effort, often requiring you to employ the help of other travelers to stand a chance at overcoming them. That's interesting. That's cool. Whether individually or as a group, endeavors often test the challengers' talents in either mechanics, spirituality, physicality, or sociality. Some endeavors require only a number of participants to join in the effort and disregard talents altogether. Once the trial of an endeavor is overcome, those involved may expect rewards of various kinds, items, boons, lore, or access to hidden areas, to name but a few possibilities. That's really cool. That's interesting. It's a shame that I can't actually do that on my own. But maybe I'll find someone that can help me do it, and that would be good too. The Book of Travels, the game that confuses the stream without ruining the fun. I like the vibe of this game. I have been 100% confused by this game, but I do like it. It's interesting. And it's unique. And I'm here for that. Like, I like games that do something a bit different. Like it doesn't feel like it's particularly... Like, maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't feel like super combat focused or anything like that. It's like very exploration. It's very like world building. World building is a word. Don't tell me it's not a word. World building is absolutely a word. And it's very like calm, very zen so far. And you can pet dogs. Look, don't believe me? Check this out. I'll pet this dog. There we go. Pet the dog. It was done. I don't get anything for petting the dog. If it gave me a boon or like a buff or something for petting the dog, then I'd be happier. In fact, actually, like devs, if you watch the stream back or you watch the streams of people playing your game, why don't I get a buff for petting the dog? Why'd you do this to me? There we go. I got a thing. I got something. One small step. Reach a new level. I leveled up? What does that mean? What do I do if I reach level 2? Can I give myself skill points? Can I do something? 1 out of 2 knowledge points. What does that mean? What do I do? How do I level up? Can I level up? Abilities, passives, actions. Give me more battle stance. Unmemorized. No. Okay. All right. That's probably a bad idea. A knowledge point has been added to your skill book. Give me knowledge points. Attack action. What do I do with it? Actions? I don't understand.
But one day, I'm sure I'll understand. You know, the great part is like every time the game's like, hey, up here, look at the tutorial. The tutorial will tell you what you need to do. And I'm like, nope. I'm like, I don't understand. Nothing can make me understand. If I read the words, then I'd understand. But I don't. Maybe one day. I also probably should wrap this game up soon. Please let me know. Draco, let me know when you want me to wrap this game up so you can begin your stream. But I appreciate everyone for hanging out in chat. I appreciate everyone for checking this game out. It's been interesting. It's been fun. It's definitely a game that I'm like glad that I've been able to spend some time with. Glad I've been able to experience, because I don't know if I would have, like, through the kind of games I usually play, if I would have picked this up otherwise. But I'm really enjoying it. When you're ready, you do have another 7 minutes. True. I just didn't know. I'm gonna give you the bread. I offer the bread. What happens? Oh wow, I'm blessed with an extra award. I don't even know what that means, but I love it. You added me to a bring back in 2024 list. Aw. Me? I'd love to. I hope that's me, otherwise I'm just like, hey, I'd love to do this, and you're like, no, not you. No, I meant someone else. The other Virtute. How dare. Not Draco, he's banned. Exactly. Get out of here, Draco. You and your Masigno. You cheater. You cheated the, you know, the sacred Pokemon Red and Blue. We don't handle that. We don't stand for that around these parts. I will, yeah, I'd love to. Like, honestly, it's been something that I've, like, really wanted to stream with, or stream for like years now, and every time I totally missed out. I missed out on the sign up process. I'd like see the streams happen. Like I'd come and watch like 12 Days of Indie, and I'd be like, I really want to do this, and I go to the sign up link. I've been in the Discord for ages. Every time I go to the sign up link, it's like, sign ups are closed. And I'm like, oh, I do not. I'm so like not organized as a person. But it has been amazing. Like, as soon as I saw the sign up links, even though I've not streamed for months, so I was just like, you know what, this should be the first stream that I come back at and try, because it's been something that I really want to do. It's like a cause that I care about, and it's like for people that just like seem like genuinely lovely, wholesome streamers that are actually not like not doing it for like self-promotion-y kind of stuff. They're doing it through like a love of a cause, and I really appreciate that. You know, I feel like it's like a rare like wonderful thing on Twitch, so I'm here for it. Absolutely. But yeah, them's be my thoughts. I appreciate hanging out with you all. It's been fun. It's been something that I've like really enjoyed. I really wish I could pet these piggies though. Why does it not let me? They can't. You can come up to them. They're like, and I'm just like, hey, piggies, why can't I pet you? Why can't I interact with you? Devs, this is another thing you can fix. Otherwise, enjoying the game. But you know, like, why can you pet the cat? Why can you pet the dog? Why can't you pet the pig? It's why when I pet the dog, does it? You're saying hey to me. You've got this strong box. I can't do anything with it though. Yeah, but why? Oh, is this locked one? This is unlocked too. I can't remember where I was going with this. All I know is I want to get some sort of stat buff when I pet a cat or pet a dog, and I need them to be different stat buffs. I can't have the same stat buff deaths. It can't just be like, hey, you're happy because you pet a cat, you're happy because you pet a dog. I want them to be like competing buffs that debuff one another. You know, like one makes you like I don't know, like more likely to befriend others, and the other makes you more likely to trick others by using canine energy or something. I don't know. Like, I'm not a game developer. I don't know design. I don't know what's good. All I know is that I need the dog mechanic to be fleshed out. Okay? I'm just making demands here. Someone that's played your game for like an hour and 20, 30 minutes. But I need more reasons to pet dogs. I need more reasons to pet cats. That's I actually, you know, I've gone off on a tangent. It's only like 3 minutes left. Maybe I should talk more about the cause and talk more about the stream. Thank you everyone again for like hanging out. It's been awesome. It's been really like lovely to just hang out, chat's really nice here. I really like your vibes. You pet the cat, you can now trip people for 30 minutes. Exactly. It needs to give you like a damage bone. So you know, I was talking about the charity again, but I'm going off on, I've got 2 minutes, right? And I agree with this. I agree with this so much. Like, you should be able to trip people as you know, in combat. In combat you have like a poise bonus, but you also have the bonus of being able to, like, when they attack you, you walk, you know, like they're walking here, their legs are there, you like walk over around their legs and they fall over, and then you're just like, ha, you know, and then you like, I don't know, you get high on catnip, you wig out for a while, I don't know what you do, but you know, and if you're a dog, then you have like wild energy where you just want to run around and get like just excited, really, you know, like if someone fires an arrow, then you want to chase that arrow, that kind of thing. That's what I want. I want cats, and I want every animal to have its own buff in combat. That's what I'd really like. It's 1 minute left anyway. I need to end the stream. Thank you everyone. Like, I really appreciate hanging out with you. I really appreciate being part of 12 Days of Indie. This has been like my 1-2 hour stream. If I don't see you again this year, I'll see you again next year. I'm going to be streaming on my own channel at some point. I've taken a big hiatus because life and stuff, but I'm like coming back, so you know, if you want to follow my channel, like check me out, that would be awesome. But if not, that's cool, because it's still been really cool hanging out with you all. I'm going to end the stream now, so thank you very much, and thank you for letting me be a part of this. If you haven't donated to Toys for Tots, please consider donating to Toys for Tots, because it's a great cause. So yeah, right, I think that's it. This is my time over. Cheers.